Hello, my name is Jonathan Lee, and today I'll be talking about the geopolitics of Russia and specifically Russia's innovation in the energy sector. So, just a background on Russia and energy. Russian energy balance is strongly dominated by fossil fuels, with natural gas providing 53% of total primary energy demand, and coal and oil base accounting for 18% of that. Its current largest export is also mineral fuels, including oil, and this totals up to 141.3 billion US dollars, and it is 42.1% of the total exports in Russia. And the top of that category is crude petroleum. So, with just 3% of the GDP and 2% of the global population, it provides 10% of the global primary energy production and 5% of global primary energy consumption and 16% of international energy trade. So basically, energy is a big deal in Russia. So for the geopolitics of oil, one main event that occurred recently is in March 2020, Russia ended alliance with OPEC. And this move can be seen as an attempt at drowning US shale oil companies that rely on higher prices in a sea of cheap crude. Politically, Russia has been fighting with the US as well as other countries to be the top producer and exporter of energy for many years now. However, as oil and coal prove to be unsustainable, they have also begun looking at other alternatives. So let's look at energy, renewable energy, and energy transition. So what is energy transition? Energy transition can be defined as the next in a series of similar fundamental structural transformations of the global energy sector. So energy transition is driven by many different factors, but the main ones are the climate agenda, technological progress, and the availability of new technology to dramatically increase the efficiency of the energy sector and transform its traditional way of functioning. So currently, the Russian energy balance is strongly dominated by fossil fuels, with natural gas providing 53%, as stated before, coal 18%. However, carbon-free sources of energy in Russia are represented primarily by large-scale hydro and nuclear power. And new developments in nuclear power in Russia have shocked and surprised spectators across the world, so I want to speak more on that. So let's look at the academic Lamanas power plant. So essentially, Russia recently created a floating nuclear power plant, and though other seaborne vehicles have used nuclear power, such as Russia's icebreakers or the air carriers in the U.S., this is one of its kind because its sole purpose is to serve as a power plant. So some stats about it, it is 144-meter hull, which is 474 feet. It has a 21,500 tons of displacement, and it has a capacity of 70 megawatts and a heat capacity of 50 calories per hour. It also has a service life of 40 years. So why did Russia make this? Well, currently Russia plans to use the power plant to power the port of Pavek, replacing an old outdated power plant that powers the city. However, in the future, they plan to move the plant to other remote cities and possibly even other remote countries to provide power to many needy people. They also plan to create more of these floating power plants so that they may mass transfer energy across the ocean in the future. So many have shown concern that there may be a danger to this power plant due to the many natural disasters that could occur in the ocean. However, um, many scientists claimed who created the power plant claimed that the plant is completely safe due to new nuclear technology, which includes updated security systems. This security systems, compared to the old one, which has only one method of stopping nuclear reactions, it actually has now three different methods of stopping nuclear reactions. And the power plant is also using similar technology to submarines that have been used for years. And furthermore, one of the main concerns for the power plant is that tsunamis may take it down, but as it will be stationed in the Arctic mainly, there's a low risk of tsunamis. Now, some geopolitical concerns with the power plant. The nuclear power plant is obviously a marvel, and if it could work, it would bring great power to Russia being the first to design and create it. In fact, many other countries, such as China, have already taken interest in creating their own based on Russia's creation. If the safety of the ship is to be true, then Russia has potential to take the dominance in the fossil fuel industry and transfer that to the nuclear field as well. So this will bring even greater power both economically and politically in energy sectors around the world for Russia. And that's the presentation. Here are some works cited. That's the multimedia for videos and photos, and that's the non-multimedia. Thank you for listening.